guys, and welcome back to the channel CreatorSim. It's your hostess with the mostest, Aspen Blue. So today we are in the IX Landgraab apartment, or the Feng's apartment. They are one of the original townies. So I'm actually using the tool mod to go ahead and personalize this apartment. A while back, some of you guys requested a tool tutorial for, I believe it was the 920 Medina Studios apartment build that I had put up, where I had also used the tool mod to go ahead and swap out the windows. Granted, that was a far smaller apartment and a lot less renovating. So the tutorial is still yet to come. So this is part of the footage where I was going through and kind of talking through how to get it done. So you can see me set that up now. And I'll go ahead and talk over it a little bit. I'm not good at tutorials or explaining things out in a well thought out manner, if I'm being entirely honest. So let's just struggle through this real quick. Well, it's also the tool mod, I feel, at least for me, something I have to play with. So you can see now I'm trying to pair up the window to get to the other wall. And so that's kind of trying to tell me what grid destination I need to use, if that makes any sense. So anyways, I did skip over that because it was supposed to be a tutorial of its own. It's just yet to come because I was kind of recording and speaking at the same time. So it just, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really pleased with how it comes together. I don't really think that it's a good representation of the tool mod or of a tutorial for the tool mod. So that's why it hasn't come out yet, but I still want to do it for you guys. I really do. But let me know all your questions. If you do have the tool mod, I might be able to answer some questions for you. And I do know that there are a lot better tutorials out there as well already. So just go ahead and check them out. But I'd be happy to answer any questions you guys might have. Anyways, so 2 minutes into rambling later, we are here on the interior. I'm finally laying out the floor plan. So first I went ahead and picked out the area I wanted for the kitchen. And I just did a raised little platform. And then I thought it'd be really cute to have a sitting area to the right of the kitchen. So now I'm just fixing the area. This is going to be a bathroom right here. And then I do some cool little office space above it. And I kind of had the idea for a loft already. So you can see I almost immediately go in with a ladder because I did want to do some cool... I didn't want it to be super industrial. I wanted it to be more on the girly, like boho side for a loft. Industrial lofts are really fun to do, but I wanted to kind of do something different. Like maybe some really, I don't know, girly girl with loud taste moved in here. Anyway, so like always, I normally start in the kitchen. Really nothing special with this kitchen. I hemmed and hawed a lot over it for it to be pretty plain Jane, I'm not gonna lie. I do go in with the island living countertops and islands. I do think they look so good. These two on this wall that we're looking at right now do stay as they are because, well, you'll see here eventually I will go in and I'll use the canvases from the debug catalog to go ahead and kind of do my own personalized countertops, which I love to do, but in some apartment instances it is tricky because they want to click to the wall and I can't actually delete that apartment wall to do it. I don't know, there might be a way around it that's a little bit more complicated. I didn't feel like figuring it out, so you guys will see I only use it on the separated countertop space, which I'm putting together now. And I honestly wasn't going to do the canvassing until I decided to use the end cabinets. And I love the end cabinets for the island living because it just has that really nice, sharp little like lip on it, as you guys can see, but I don't like the wicker drawer sort of thing going on. So that's why I decided to go in after the fact with the canvases. One of my pet peeves with the white objects in The Sims is that depending on the lighting, they can look weird. So for example, like all of those were different tones. So I go in with these wall lights just to kind of add, well, I think it does some cool like mood lighting too for the apartment, but just to kind of keep the color even throughout. You guys will see I run into that again in the upstairs bathroom when I'm trying to use cabinets as a counter and the lighting is just off. So one of them looks, you know, white as a sheet and the other one looks a little gray and like it has a shadow on it. So it's weird, but sometimes lights can go ahead and help you out with that, like I was able to do there with the island. I'm not actually sure if that'll keep your Sims from moving. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did not play test the island because, I don't know, I guess I had forgotten that I had put the lights in. So if that is an issue, guys, my goodness, I'm sorry. As soon as I'm done with this voiceover, I'm going to pop over there and see if those countertops work because now I'm anxious about it. So the kitchen does go through some transformation because at first I wasn't going to do the double cabinet or the reverse cabinets that I normally do because I realized that when you put a wall on a platform and then delete the wall but don't delete the whole thing. So if you just remove the wall and don't delete the wall, it leaves this weird little thing that kind of peeks through the platform. It's just like a glitch that you can see that it's still there. And I really didn't like it. At the end of it, I decided that the cabinets looked far better than the tiny little glitch on the floor, so I just put a white carpet over it. You can still see it, but I don't know. I thought that the cabinets looked better, and honestly, I'm looking more at the cabinets than I am at the floor. So you can just go ahead and delete that wall if you want to. It will delete the cabinets on that wall, though, if that makes sense. Anyways, so we moved on to the bathroom, which I struggled with at first because, as you can see there, because of the tool mod and how I was able to get around placing the windows, it didn't line up exactly with the walls. And that's one of my pet peeves. I really hate when the windows don't line up with the walls because I don't like having walls or fences in the middle of a window. And that's kind of what I had here with the shower area, and it just really made that window super dark. So you guys will see I'll go in with some slabs from Eco Lifestyle, some of my favorite build buy options, and we just try and hide it. So the light didn't really brighten it up, so now I'm going in with this. And at first I thought I would maybe try and do like some kind of cool, interesting design. Like we've got a stone wall currently. I'm not really sure which direction I want to go with this yet. Eventually I end up just doing a pretty straight and simple slate, and the bathroom, I think we just go with the black swatch of the Snowy Escape wallpaper here in a minute. There we go, see? And I don't know why, I don't know if it was because it was kind of like a short and or a long and narrow bathroom, but I feel like I don't know how to build bathrooms. I always have the worst time doing a bathroom for a floor plan. I don't know why. I just always make it harder on myself. I will note this, guys, though. I didn't notice it when I uploaded the rooms individually because everything looked good during my tour, but this cabinet that I'm placing right here, it was disappeared in the okay, so at the end of this video, there is a little, very short and very quickly sped up preview of me placing all the rooms down. I don't know, just on some random lot. I think we're in New Crest. But just so that you guys can see how the rooms are placed if you do decide to download this and you're not really sure how it puzzles together, I do include that. I did realize, though, after I placed it on that lot, that black cabinet was missing. I mean, nothing too big. I didn't do anything fancy with that or anything. The two countertops, or the two islands that I shrunk down to make handles, they were still there. So you just have to replace the countertop if that isn't in the apartment bathroom. I'm not sure. I don't know if it just didn't place when I placed it on that lot or if it just disappeared from the room. I don't know. So I will note that. I did notice that. It's always so funny, the weird mistakes you notice when you're watching your speed build. So I don't know if you guys can see now, but I'm using far taller slates for that room than they need. And I don't know why I'm so focused on everything else. It takes me forever to realize this. And I don't think I realized this until I come back into the game at some point and want to work on the little area above it and realize that they're sticking out. So I don't know, I kind of chuckled at myself for that. Because while you're watching a speed build, it's so easy to see all these mistakes or little things. But when you're building, like, I was completely blind to that. I'm doing all these like tiny little details and don't even notice that they're sticking straight out of the room. Which I think is why sometimes I like speed builds. I love stop motions. I have such a respect for stop motions, and I really wish I could figure out how to do it well myself too, because I just love how clean and honestly short. I love how quick and clean the videos come together. You're able to express your idea in a far shorter amount of time, because I feel like my speed builds are very hectic and I'm all over the place and I feel it's unorganized. So I do love the look of stop motion so much. And I hate how long my speed builds are, but sometimes it's just nice to see those little quirks that other builders do, and it's nice to see how people hem and haw and over stuff as well. All right, so here we are in the entry. I didn't touch on it, but I did go ahead and replace our door here with the tool mod, so we have a different front door and a different location too, where the front door normally is on this lot. I guess after posting this, I will go ahead and revisit that tool mod tutorial. It was just really big, and there was a lot of me playing with it too. So I'm trying to like describe to you how something works, and then something doesn't go as planned during my voiceover or description and narration of it. So it felt unorganized, and I don't really know if that's something I just want to put out for the sake of putting it out. I really want it to be well done. So that's why I am taking my time on that, guys. I'm so sorry, but I hope when it finally gets out there, it's great, it's good, it's thorough and articulate. And right now I feel like it's not really on the articulate side. Anyway, so I thought I would do this really cute little kind of boho sitting area when you first come in. I do have to do some playtesting though, because those chairs unfortunately don't work that smushed together. So I don't know when you'll see it, but pretty soon we'll go ahead and playtest this as we're building, and I will go ahead and separate them as I realize this. And just some fun little stuff over here. I really do love this little seating area so much. And I'd like to think that some of the ideas that I had in this spot are seen in the rest of the house. Because this project honestly took me a long time. I've been working on this for a while. Like, we got the paranormal pack during this too. So I know I stopped for a while to work on that project as well and came back to it several times. So sometimes I feel like when I do that, the initial idea or style of a build can sometimes get lost for me, just when it's been so long since I've revisited a build. But I do think that I try and carry it out upstairs a little bit. And then I also give her this really fun sitting area upstairs. It's like a desk, but I go ahead and I use the cute little cabinet that we got with the Paranormal Lifestyle pack. Super cute. All right, I was not sure what to do with this dead space. And now that I'm looking at this, I do kind of wish I just added a wall and stuck a fireplace there, even though it just... But anyways, I decided to put in a fish tank anyways. I'm like, yeah, this is a cool, fun, weird loft. And so I put these two fish tanks to kind of make up for the dead space, but I'm thinking maybe just a wall would have looked cleaner. You guys are more than welcome to go in there and get rid of those guys. I do end up replacing them though with the other fish tanks from Spa Day. They came in a wider swatch that I felt kind of suited the rest of the tones. So you will notice that in the captures that it's not the same thing. Anyway, so here we are into where I want the living room. You guys saw I went in and did a sunken living room when we were planning out the floor plan. I love my sunken in living rooms. So much so, I even added one into my Minecraft house that I'm trying to do a series for. But right here I'm using some of my favorite items. I love these signs from Dine Out, both the wall and the sitting sign. I do take that white sitting sign though, use the tool mod and just kind of turn it over. And so I don't know, I do this kind of really weird entertainment thing. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I liked it though. I thought it looked pretty cool. I thought it would just be kind of weird though to have this kind of grand apartment and then kind of have just your TV sitting there. I don't know. I feel like an apartment this big needs some sort of, no, this is the living room built-in sort of entertainment thing. I don't know. It was fun though, and I really liked the way it came together, so I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. And then I do love these couches that we got with the Snowy Escape. So I decided to use those as some sectional thing. Aside from that though, I feel like a lot of the furniture I try and use is a little bit more on the mid-century modern side. So I use a lot of the furniture with the tapered legs. So a lot of stuff from Tiny Living. And also the stuff we got with Get Famous, because we did get some cool like retro stuff with Get Famous too. So I know I used the bar, and I think that table might be from Get Famous too. Anyways, yeah, I love the, you guys know that though, I say that all the time. I love the mid-century modern kind of peg leg style furniture. My mom says it's very cold, but I like it. I don't know, I'm all about it. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing like fallen into a big like lazy boy couch, but as much as I love TV and as much as I love lounging, I think if I had the funds though, I'd rather go with the more aesthetically pleasing couch and then just go ahead and toss on throw pillows or drag my comforter out of my room if need be, if I really need to be that comfortable on my couch. But I definitely don't want it to look like I live on my couch, if that makes any sense. I will definitely be buying very small and fragile looking furniture, which I already have actually. The chair I use as a desk chair currently is, I got it from Ross of all places, but when I first moved out onto my very, very own, all by myself in my first apartment on my own, I've been out of the house for a while and like living with roommates and boyfriends and things like that. But my first apartment I went out and I got this little, I think it was $110 from Ross, but this cute little lounge chair with these gorgeous peg legs, and I love it. My cats have done some damage on it over the years, but it makes just a fine desk chair now. Okay, so I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do for the dining table because I was still trying to stick in mind with this cute like boho, you know, girly kind of thing. But I felt like the tall table, which I was considering from Discovery University, just wasn't working. So I just used the long Eco Lifestyle table, and then I do use the chairs, which I believe are from Tiny Living. You also saw that I contemplated using the big fluorescent lights too. from the hanging ceiling, which I do love for loft builds. But again, I wanted this one to be a little bit girlier, so I decided to just go ahead and enlarge that giant pendant light that we got with the Journey to Batuu Star Wars stuff. I love the lights in that pack. I thought it was just like the perfect amount of like cute and boho and extra. Yeah, and I think it works. So this is this little like sitting area I was talking about. I did kind of want like a breakfast nook right here because I wasn't really sure what else to put in this space right by the kitchen. I definitely didn't want to put a bathroom or anything. I don't know. I feel like it's weird to have a bathroom right from the kitchen. Like, I know we're all clean people, but I just, when you think about it, it sounds, you know, weird. So I decided just to do maybe this little breakfast nook, or, you know, where she eats most of the time on her own. I guess she being Feng. I didn't even think about the husband in this, honestly. I was going to post a cast video. I don't do cast videos. I do enjoy making Sims though. So I did her makeover, and then that took me like half an hour doing her makeover. And then I honestly really didn't want to do his. So we'll just pretend that maybe they got divorced. The Fangs got divorced. And this is Lily Fang's place after she's allowed to do with it what she pleases. I don't know. So I wish that bar there had worked, but we do end up moving it because it just didn't work there. I just felt like that space looked really, really odd, and I felt like I needed something but wasn't sure what to put there. So here we are upstairs in this little like office kind of space that I made. I wanted her to be sort of artsy and eclectic. So I gave her these open concept, more industrial shelves. I do believe I end up changing the swatches to those though to a more brown. Just because we use a lot of white in the house, so I felt like some of them needed to be offset with the brown, and I felt like it worked. Fun fact, that white curtain there to our right is the only curtain aside from the ones in the entryway downstairs. I like that one curtain there, and I didn't think a curtain looked good on any of the other windows. So I left it there. There's just the one curtain. So yeah. So I basically started using like awnings and stuff as desk, and I think it's a great idea. Well, honestly, I've been using a bunch of different things as desks. Like I mentioned, I even took that cabinet that we got with the Paranormal Lifestyle, and I also give her another little seating area. Very, very close actually to this one. I'd always do this. I add so many little desk nooks and things like that. So here's the thing. I absolutely love that plant that we got with Paranormal Lifestyle that I went ahead and just placed upstairs in that little office area. The only problem though is, and I don't know if this is in general or only if it's enlarged, but my sim couldn't get to the paint easel. I couldn't figure out what it was. Like all these things were keeping my sims from being able to playtest the painting easel, and I figured it out. It was plant. It also happens in the bedroom as well too, so you'll notice in the captures too that some things are moved around. They're not the same as what you see as I do start to put this together, because I also use that plant in this room as well, and I do end up putting some seating on the floor below it because I thought it'd be really cute to have like some little boho floor seating in the bedroom. Maybe she could meditate or journal or something. I don't know. The room was really small. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with it. I was thinking perhaps, given that I was trying to go with a loft theme, and sometimes lofts, like an actual bedroom in a loft, isn't even a thing. So I thought the fact that going in with like a windowed wall would look really cool and neat, and maybe this was like some sort of repurposed something. Like, I don't know, maybe it was like a warehouse or an office space at one point in time, and this was like the boss's office, and so that's why you have like the windows. I don't know, but I thought it would be kind of neat to do, and I liked how light and airy it was up here too, and I felt like walling this spot in would have just made it look kind of claustrophobic. But I'm really happy with the way it comes together. I really do love the bedroom area. It's really simple though. I honestly don't add a whole lot. We do that kind of cabinet built-in closet set there, and when I do that, I normally don't add dressers or anything to the room. Like, you can change your Sims outfits in other ways, and it's not like the closets and the dressers are realistic as it is. So I just decided to do this maybe like little, well, in this case, yes, dresser or like just vanity area over there. I did give her a chair or anything just because there actually isn't any place to sit, but I don't know, maybe just a spot for her to put her trinkets or things that are special for her, or maybe like her intimates go in that cupboard. I don't know. But that's what I mean by a little seating area. So I just placed that toddler cushion down there. And I do have to rearrange some things. I think one of them ends up not functioning, but one of the toddler seats absolutely does work in the upstairs area. But I love that hanging plant too much. So I didn't care too much if one of the seatings didn't work. It was pretty. And sometimes you just have to do that. Sometimes they're just things that you add to a build that aren't functional in the least bit. I mean, it's great when they do function, but you know, if it doesn't function, I'm not ever too mad about it. I just always am impressed. All right, so yeah, I put together my little trinket area pretty quickly. Again, always having fun with the vertical wall slates. Cluttering up the plants up here, I add the meditation seat. This is what I meant though by what I did with the paranormal cabinet to give her another little desk area. I wasn't sure what I should put here. I felt like this was another dead space, and I felt like maybe this could be another spot for, I don't know, a dresser or a vanity or something. So what I do, using the tool mod, it takes some time, you gotta play with it, but I was able to enlarge the cabinet to where it was the same height as the islands. So I was able to perfectly line up a computer. It works, I play tested it and everything. So I was very, very happy about that. And honestly, I think that is one of the first times, if not maybe my only second or third times using that laptop, which I love it. The colors on the keys actually do cycle through. So that's pretty neat. All right, so this was me trying to stick to like a boho theme and feeling like the bedroom was missing something. And I really would have liked if that would have worked out. But I kind of like the idea of putting these curtains around it. Like maybe it was like framed and just romantic, but they weren't looking weird. They were looking weird and not fitting up well. So I just decided to scrap the idea. And now we're just cluttering up this little desk space here, which I really, really, really love this desk space. I think it is so cute. I'm just so happy everything came together and works well. And also, you know what else I really love? I really love that little lantern lamp that we got with Snowy Escape 2. And I don't know if that's biased because I have a couple. All right, really quick. You guys notice how bright and colorful things are? So I just discovered ReShades pretty recently, and I believe this is, she's a fellow simmer, MissLolly's. Well, technically, I guess everyone who does their own presets for The Sims is a simmer. Anyways, this is oh gosh, I think it's MissLolly's. I'm definitely going to link it for sure. I don't know if that's her full handle. Now it's escaping me, but I will go ahead and link that. But it makes everything so vibrant and pretty, and it does not slow your computer down too much. So you can actually use it realistically while building. The other ReShades that I got are, gosh, downright gorgeous, but they make my computer just way too slow and are only good for screenshots. Okay, so this is what I was referring to earlier, where sometimes the white swatches just get weird shadows. So I wanted to use the cabinets to try and make some custom countertop here, as you guys can see, but like they weren't the right shade. It looked like I was using two different like swatch colors. So I do end up doing this little two cabinet thing. I do end up leaving the one and just dealing with it. Oh, here's me downstairs again. We jump around. We do that sometimes. But I did say I was going to go ahead and replace it with this one. I just felt like this swatch matched a bit better to the rest of the white tones we were using. Because the first fish tank didn't really have like a white tone. The white tone, it had like a wood grain to it. I think that's what it was. So I don't know. It wasn't working. But I do really like this bathroom. What I wish I had done, I wish I had taken, and I don't even know if it's possible, but I wish I had taken one of the vents from the pool, use the tool mod to flip it over, and then attach it to the wall, because I'm not really sure what I want to do in this bathroom. The rest of the house is kind of interesting and unique, so I wanted to sort of incorporate that. I mean, I guess I could have left it as it is, because with the wall slates and the mirror, I guess you could say it is interesting and unique, I suppose. But I really wanted something more. So after I'm done trying to lighten up this countertop, because nothing was working, nothing at all. And then I got the idea to put a floor light too on the ground and then cover it with a rug, which they can't cover the lights, I realized. So we just deal with it. But after I'm done and accepted it, I go ahead and I take one of the fountains from, I believe, Spa Day 2. And I go ahead and I put it behind the bath and the toilet, and I also add a bunch of like wall plants and stuff to make it look like there's some sort of, well, I guess that's just it, like a wall of plants, I suppose. Like it would be completely fitting. Like just imagine like these are plant lights in the bathroom, so they're getting all their light from there, and seeing as how it's a waterfall, it's some hydroponic system, which is completely possible. I'm a big plant nerd, if I haven't mentioned that, or you guys just don't know that. I'm a ginormous plant nerd, and people actually do that. They're able to get like hydroponic systems and actually do really cool wall plant galleries, so to speak. So definitely plant goals right there. I think it's in all my builds. I'm gonna try and do a plant or a build where I don't add any plants, which is gonna be hard. Like, I won't even commit to that. I won't. All right, so here's what I'm talking about, the fountain. And the only thing is, I think it's because I decided to add the lights, but you can't really see the water. Like, you can see some movement in live mode, but I don't know. I just wanted it to look interesting. And the way these, like little grass things look so good. So I add those on the bottom. I really wasn't sure what I was going to do to the rest of it. And then I go ahead and I find this ivy that I don't think I've ever actually used, because I do think for ivy purposes there are better ones. But I take these base game ones right here, and yeah, they just fit really perfect. And then of course the jungle living ferns, which I do scatter out a couple more throughout the rest of the house, because that's kind of the thinking too when I had in mind when I wanted to do this. I was thinking maybe there were plants and stuff hanging from the ceiling and whatnot. Anyways, guys, these captures are upon us. I always ramble until the last minute. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It's so encouraging and helpful to my channel, and it means so much. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, we will talk soon. All right, bye.